Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Techie Sugan. In this video, we are going to solve previous year Code Vita question, and this question is completely about string. Now let us move on to the problem description. Little Jill jumbled up the order of the letters in our dictionary. Now Jack uses this list to find the smallest lexicographical string that can be made out of this new order. Can you help him? Here they are given a statement that normally we will have this particular dictionary will be in a alphabetical order A, B, C, so on till Z the data will be arranged. What they are given here is Little Jill has changed this order and we are supposed to help Jack to find the smallest lexicographical string for this particular given order. This is a question. Now let us move on further so that we can understand what is the actual criteria they are given. You are given a string P that denotes the new order of the letter in the English dictionary. You need to print the smallest lexicographical string made from the given string S. So from user you are going to accept two strings. One is string P and other is string S. String P is nothing but denotes the new order given by Jill, and string S is nothing but we are supposed to find the smallest string from the given order. Now let us move on to the constraint. What is the constraint they are given is, the first constraint is number of test cases is 1 to 1000. It might be 1 to 1000, and length of the given string P should be less than or equal to 26. And the second string length can be 1 to 100. This is the constraint they are given here. We'll move further. Here they are given the input format. Your input format is first line contain number of test cases. Your second line input is P string, that is nothing but the new order what Jill has given, and the third line contains the string what we are supposed to arrange. Clear? Let us see to the input statement what they are given. The first one is they are given integer, that is nothing but number of test cases, and next line is nothing but the given string P. This is a new order what Jill has given, and next statement is S. S is nothing but the smallest lexicographical string which has to be formed based on this particular given string. The same way this is test case 2 of P and this is test case 2 S value. Now for the given test case, for first test case, this should be the output DBCA. Similarly, for your second test case, this should be your output. Now let us understand on what basis they are forming this particular output. Now you can notice that this is your first test case and this is the value of P they are given here, and this is your value of S. Now we are supposed to form your result based on these two values. So now what you are going to do is, you are going to find the common elements. We are going to take the particular string P and you are supposed to find whatever the element P occurred in S and the order we are supposed to find. Let me start from here. You can notice that none of the element is present till this. So I can notice that B is common in P and S. So let me write that first. And after this, I can notice that no elements V, F or E is not there, and the next element which is common is D. So let me write D. And after this, C is present in string S. So let me write C. And after this, you can notice that the next element which is common here is A. So this could be an answer for the first test case. B, B, C, A. Clear? Same way for your second test case, let me take on variable called result. Now let us identify. You can notice that Q, W, R, Y, U, P is not there in string S. So these elements will not be occurred, and the first element to be occurred is C. After C you can notice that S is not there, F is not there. The next element which is common is O. And after this you can notice that G, H, J, L is not there, and the next element is D and E is present. So let me write these two. And after this, Z, X is not there, V is there. So I am supposed to write V. And next is B is not there, I is there. So let me write I. N is not there, T is there, so let me write T. M is not there, A is there, so I'll write A. The order which is occurring commonly for both the string, I'll write as such. I'll not change the order. Clear? I hope so you are clear with this particular question, what they are given. So for these given input, this should be an answer. Now we'll move on to the coding part and see how to do coding for this particular given condition. Let me open Ideally, and this is your coding part, and this is the given condition. Clear? Now we'll start our coding. What's the first they are given? They are given first statement as number of test cases. So according to the given condition, first I am supposed to accept number of test cases from the user. So let me accept T value from user. So T assign int of input. This is nothing but for my number of test cases I am accepting from user. And next, for the given test cases, I want those my number of times my loop should be repeated. So let me write for I in range, and my range value let me give T. And inside this, what I am going to do is I am going to accept my P string. So P assign input enter string 1. This is only for our notification, and whatever the test case they are given here, try to follow the same statement. If they are given just empty, directly they are accepting input, don't give enter string 1. Only for your clarification, I am giving string 1 and string 2. If at all not required, don't give these statement, just give only input. Don't give parameter value. Clear? Now, let me give S input enter string 2. So I am accepting string 1 and string 2, and these data will be accepted, those my test cases what I am giving. Now what I am supposed to do, I am supposed to find the occurrence here. So here in case of Python, I can here write my code in more optimized way in a simple manner. When comparing to the other programming language, Python is very simple. Here I am going to implement list comprehension to do this operation. So let me write my result. So let me use list comprehension. So let me declare a list. First what I am going to do, I am going to write condition for x in P. So what happens here, the data in the, let us assume this is your P value I am giving here. This is your P value I am giving here, and let me assume this is your S value I am giving here. So how I am going to do this operation? First what happened for x in P. So what happened, each and every data from your P will be taken, and I am supposed to compare with S. So what I will do is, if x in my S. Clear? A very simple statement. First I will take a character by character from the given string P, and I will compare whether this particular alphabet is present in the complete string. If it is present, let me add to my list. Clear? A just simple statement. If it is not there, it will not be added. I'm giving the true conditions part alone. Now I want to print the string. If I want to print the string, the complete data is added in my list. I want to join all those statements. So let me join without space dot join method, and I want to join the elements inside the list. So let me give list. Clear? That's all. My program is over. Your question is a scenario basis, but your answer is very simple. Now let us execute this. Just a minute. There is now let us execute this. Let us give input. Your first input is test cases 2. And what is your first string? This is your first string, right? So let me give my first string. This is my string 1, enter, and this is my string 2. So I given string 1 and string 2. You can notice that your answer has been displayed. The same way, let me give my test case 2. And my string 2 value also I am giving here. you can notice that your answer has been displayed. Your program is very easy. Guys, try to understand. Your questions are so big, but your answer part in Python is very simple. I hope so you are clear with this particular program. If at all you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon. Thank you.